guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're taking care of bits and pieces in the gardening because we know you love the gardening. In our garden we've got a lot of flowers at the moment. A lot of them have bloomed, which look really beautiful, but some of the buds have all obviously got, you know, a little bit old and they just need to be deadheaded. James also has a plan to do a few bits and pieces. He wants to show you his harvest basically because he's been planting a lot of things through the spring, as you know. I think that his potatoes are now ready, so he's going to be showing that.
So obviously it's been quite a while since we've showed you what we have growing here in our big planter that I built way back a couple of years ago when we moved in. So we've got one random potato that must have been left behind from last year. It actually sprouted, so there will be some potatoes in this bed, but the majority of this stuff is carrots. We've got some radish down in here as well. We've got some spring onion. We've got beetroot. Then I've got another row of carrots here growing really well. And then we have some lettuce as well mixed in through there, an Italian salad leaf. We have cauliflower growing here. Here we have rocket, which is basically almost come to its end. It's starting to flower now, so we really need to just cut that out. But we got loads of salad off this so far throughout the whole spring and start of summer. He's a little bit skinny.
Oh wow, that's really big.
Yeah, so that's one of my beetroots. They've grown really well this year. So yeah, we're going to use this to make some nice coleslaw, maybe a bit of the carrot. So the last few things we have here as well are, we've got our cucumber plants. Another thing we've grown this year as well, for the first time, is peas. So look at these peas here. And we've got some more strawberry runners growing here as well, so that we'll have new strawberry plants for next year. The last thing I want to show you in terms of veg is the tomatoes. So I was really happy this year. We had our first actual tomatoes. Guys, here's our successful tomatoes this year. Everyone who's been watching over the past while will remember that I tried to grow tomatoes before, but they weren't actual tomatoes when they did come to fruit. But these are actual tomatoes. They're little cherry tomatoes and they're very tasty. We also have larger tomatoes here as well, like big solid tomatoes, but they're not fully ripe yet. They're just starting to swell and starting to maybe ripen soon, hopefully. So that's just a quick little update on our veg. It's just to keep anyone who is interested up to date with how things are coming on and show you an example of how in a small urban space, in a semi-detached garden, you can grow quite a bit of food for yourself if you really want to.
On to the fun part, which is finally getting to eat our vegetables after a long season of them growing. And for this one we decided to make a beetroot coleslaw. The only issue with the beetroot coleslaw is that it tends to stain everything. Stains the utensils, stains your hands. We also grated our carrot, and this is what came out in the end. I just simply put a little bit of mayo and salt. Side salad aside, we also have our potatoes, which every year seem to grow this purpley skin. We don't really know why or understand, but I think it's got to do with some antioxidant again on its skin. But by the time that we actually cook it, the purple tends to kind of wash out into the water. Either way, it doesn't affect the flavor, but it's definitely very interesting. For today's dinner, we were having salmon with rice, potatoes, and the coleslaw I just made. One of the things that I'd been meaning to do was tidy our garden. That is, deadheading some of our flowers where they've already flowered and the petals have fallen, and also just a general tidy up of our flower bed. And as you know, we're also growing climbing roses, which need to basically be trained to grow sideways. And all of this, believe it or not, is quite a lot of maintenance. You could nearly do this almost on a daily basis or every other day to keep it very clean. But as James says, this is why pensioners have the nicest gardens. It does, however, pay off when you get to see your lovely, beautiful flowers and your really clean garden. It makes it a joy to set out in the garden each day. So here are the climbing roses. That's only one of them that's on the left side, which were initially my idea. And what I'm trying to do at the moment is trying to train them to grow sideways. And what I'm finding is that a lot of the buds tend to grow towards the end of the stem, but not really throughout it. So I think we're going to have to find a solution to train them a little bit better. Although I'm told that when you train them sideways, the shoots should come almost vertically upwards. And that's what helps them to grow more or less everywhere, so that the flowers are dispersed within the green as opposed to just being towards the end of the stem. Hi guys, so We came to the beach today because it's been just a scorcher in Northern Ireland for the last week, and I think the next week is due to be really warm too. So we decided to make a trip of it, and here we are. We are in Portrush, which is basically the very north of Northern Ireland, and it's the north coast. So we're just taking a trip today, having a look around. We ate some sandwiches earlier, had a bit of a drink, and we're just chilling out for the day. No connection here, it seems. Neither me or James have any connection. It shows that we have some bars on our phone of connection, but there's no actual connection. So yeah, we're just soaking it in, taking it in, and enjoying the sunshine. At the moment it's about 23 degrees. Back home it's about 27 degrees, so whenever you come to the coast or even close to mountains and stuff like that. James isn't here beside me, as you can see, because he's gone to test out the water. I'm kind of, I don't know, bracing it a bit because it's the very north of Northern Ireland, and it tends to be very cold water, like Atlantic cold water. To be honest, it's like any lovely resort you would go to in Spain. If only the weather was nicer in Ireland, I think a lot more people would holiday here. And actually Portrush is a holiday town. There's lots of holiday homes, stuff like that. So here he comes now. Well, babe, what was it like? Was it like fridge water or what?
Freezing. It was like an ice bath.
Like an ice bath?
Yeah, like an ice bath. Very cold.
Very cold, yeah.
But refreshing.
Yeah, okay. What are you looking for now?
Something to dry myself off so I don't get covered in sand.
Well, guys, I think we're wrapping it up. It's been a wonder day, as some would say, and we're finished up. We got in the water twice. We actually were able to go in together. The water was actually alright once we got in, but it was like fridge water again. But we're just about to pack up now. So it's that time, guys. We're gonna harvest the potatoes. So let's see how it goes. We're hoping to get plenty of potatoes in one bucket, but you never know. That's the whole fun of it. James says we're harvesting them a bit early because they're kind of getting in the way. Their branches are growing like wild. We're not expecting them to be big, so let's see.
Not for the squeamish.
Yeah, he's very thick.
Perfect for my fishing. We'll let him live another day.
Well, I guess he's just long, that's
Off
why
you go,
he
Mr.
seems
Worm.
fat. Could be a cat's dinner. Spaghetti worm.
I like to get these roots out here as well so that they're not sitting in there for next year. So after all that hard work, we're going to have a little snack. We're going to have some peas. What do you see? Here's going to be some ASMR. Here's some peas ASMR. What do you see? If you can hear this now, you have to be quiet. Oh. There you go. Big juicy peas here. You can have
They're
them.
actually very sweet from what I remember.
Yeah, they're sweet.
Oh. I don't know why my sensors went crazy there.
Your sensors?
Yeah.
Well, you don't get to eat them all, you know. Everyone is getting too excited. Yeah, you just can't even see them, but yeah. There they are.
They're very sweet.
Yeah, garden peas.
It's carrot time. Come on.
Carrot
show us
time.
what
We're
you
going to
got.
get some carrots out here. The worst carrot on planet Earth. I'm just going to have to pull some because they're overcrowded. It was a new method for planting and it didn't really, well, it sort of worked but not as great as planting them individually. So we'll clear some of these out and make a carrot cake.
Yep, that's better. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, that's great. Can I pull one out?
Yeah. There's one there coming for you.
No, I didn't get the pull.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good one. They're a wee bit wonky shape, but they're still carrots, so who cares?
That's what real veg looks like.
That's what happens when you plant them in groups rather than in single seeds, because then they grow tightly together and they bend and twist. So, yeah, just makes them harder to peel. Bless you.
Oh, sneezy.
Get the ones closest over to here.
This one's already out.
And this one is too, so don't want to pull too many. How many will we need?
I think that would be enough.
Oh, it was a bunch.
A bunch.
Yeah.
They're all together.
It's a claw. Chicken's foot. Yeah, so we've got no shortage of carrots, and I've got more fresh carrots growing here again too. So we've got plenty of carrots for this year. No parsnips, unfortunately. They didn't germinate this year for me, but not to worry. There's plenty of other food here. So guys, that brings us to the end of another video. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and post a comment down below as well, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon.